Previously on Survivor Canberra, the ultimate sacrifice. On the Winu tribe, in the wake of Hayley being voted out, the tribe had less trust and more dysfunction than ever. As day 2 began, the tribes finally merged to become the Eclipse tribe. Back at camp, the former Winu scrambled to throw each other under the bus and ensure their own survival. James hit the ground hard and soon became the target of former Kubadang.
I really don't want James to win individual immunity.
At the immunity challenge, despite their best efforts to stop James, he came up clutch and secured individual immunity. Malcolm and Anna were sent to the sacrifice zone, where they entertained the idea of working together and shaking things up. Anna let Malcolm have the sacrifice and he scored a canceller vote in exchange for one phantom vote against his name. Back at the Eclipse tribe, chaos ensued as players tried to manoeuvre through a gaggle of advantages. Mel and Michael became the primary targets. However, a coup against Malcolm sprung up when players heard rumblings of his descent.
Malcolm has become all chummy with the former Winu, more like Luzu.
At Tribal Council, Malcolm trusted his gut and used his safety without power to dip and caused a domino effect where 5 more advantages were played, cleansing the game of the sacrifice zone's impact and sending John home with 2 votes. 9 players remain. Who will be voted out tonight?
Yeah, I'll be honest, I was scared. I would much rather have wasted it and be here for the next one than to have sat on it and gone, see you later. I'll speak up then and say that I'm going to disappear and word's getting around that I'm potentially flipping. No one on my tribe is giving me a name. Alarm bells are ringing left, right and centre. I know that there's a vote in there for me based as a consequence for taking the canceller vote before. So it was like, at the point, there's no way I'm taking that risk. Who's coming back? Who's not coming back? How are they going to feel?
Camp? I think so. They want us to paint our name and I need to stress weed fucking bad. Holy shit, like, that council was intense. I was not expecting, like, I wasn't expecting that. I knew there was definitely a couple of idols coming out, but then just everyone, Nick threw one out, Nick, and then John spoke up. I just, blew my mind. So that's what worries me, is Nick playing us all? Is Malcolm playing us all? Like, yeah, are you playing? Am I playing? I don't know what I'm doing.
I've got nothing else to play.
Yeah. So. I really struggled with that one, but I stuck with what I said, and I always said I would vote Mel to flash the super idol out. Well, I stuck with what I said I'd do Mel to get that super idol flushed. I think we needed that out.
The game it feels fresh. Like, honestly, I feel like we had just done like a detox diet, and it's like, I feel like it's like Monday morning, I'm going to the gym, I'm fresh, no more a million advantages.
I feel like most
now there's no idols, right?
I feel liberated.
Yeah. It's not like that.
Because we did a detox.
I did say over here, because I gave a confession or whatever over here, and I just said...
So I played my expiring idol, which I was fine with, didn't cop a vote, so I burnt it essentially. So yeah, I'm a bit disappointed that obviously next vote I can be up, but I also could use it for the next vote. But that's okay. I mean,
Everyone played that.
I played my idol and didn't even cop a vote, so I'm sort of like, oh, what a waste, because I could have played it at the next tribal, but still,
You just
I'd rather just get through.
Yeah.
I voted for John just because I was thinking in my mind, like I just wanted to put a name on parchment of somebody that didn't have an idol, and John was eliminated on 2 votes, so myself and somebody else obviously thought that way as well. So.
But they asked me that, and I said I actually went with, I think it's going to be what Nick said, that an innocent bystander. Who has gone?
John.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I said,
And literally innocent bystander.
The hardest thing for me is I've lost John, so I'm a lone wolf. Woo! So I don't know. I'll have to wing it.
And you know the worst thing, can I tell you the funniest thing with that thing was that when I got it, I had to wrap it in this, and then it started
I got
raining.
spooked too, so I have to confess something.
I had no, and everyone's like, "Where's your raincoat?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just gotta get some water." I'm like trying to. What do you do with it? I had to run around the corner,
And I was like, oh.
and like then someone came to chat, and I'm like, "Would you just?"
At least
I
mine was in
walked
my bra the whole time.
I couldn't fit like that's a full boob. That's what I mean.
Sorry, you spooked me, and I was like,
I'm a little nervous not to have my little guy, which I will say, we made a real cute couple on my pillow last night. I don't have to carry him around anymore, but I also feel like the target's off my back.
well, I'm glad I had this.
got that super idol out.
Thanks, my baby's so much lighter. You can't tell you how heavy that bloody thing.
I think I've burnt the bridges with James and Anna, but let's face it, that's been burnt for a little while. Like, they haven't been honest.
Hey, I'm glad you're still here.
So out of spite, I just voted for Anna. Sorry, Anna, but at least I didn't call you Amy anymore.
Whispered to me.
Oh,
I need to
I am so sorry, but I got so spooked. Of course.
Okay, no, I got spooked too, so I have to confess to something, right? So I said I was going to
And everyone's like,
vote
"Where's
for
your
Michael.
raincoat?" And I'm
But
like, "Oh, I just gotta get
this,
some water."
this friend over here went up to Michael and started whispering in his ear at trouble. And I was like, oh, fuck, the plan's off. I had to vote for Mel.
I wasn't going, obviously had an individual immunity. I just wanted to go in there, try and shake things up. I mean, I'm obviously going to be a big target, so for me, it's probably in my best interest to just keep playing aggressive.
The bit that spooked me was a 2-part bit.
Yeah.
One was the fact that when I came back, nobody from my tribe was giving me a name, and it was like,
Of course, yeah.
and then the other bit was the fact that somebody, so one of the 4 of you, obviously went to some of our tribe and said that Nick and I were flipping.
I didn't say
because
anything.
They came to us.
You know what? I said to John, because John said he was working with us.
Yeah.
I said, John, mate, like, you know, we've got like the numbers now. We can get Michael.
I was literally 100%, I've literally put my name down for Michael, and I didn't mean to spook you, obviously I was just trying to like...
No, it's okay. All water under
What the hell
bridge
happened
now.
though? Because you've gone forever.
I wanted to get Michael out, purely because I think he's a big threat to my game, challenge-wise, and also socially. I think he's very integrated. Obviously as well, obviously still feel a bit vulnerable.
Of course.
As obviously you guys can probably imagine.
Of course.
You know me guys? Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
I feel like we all have a reason
Yeah, of course.
now to be like properly targeted.
Yeah. I'm trying to build a bit of a bond with Nick, and I'm trying to build a bit of a bond with Malcolm, and hopefully they'll hold us in good stead.
Oh, it was like, it was actually so exciting.
What's happening?
I wasn't even at
Just talking about how exciting tribal was.
Also, I'm
I
sorry,
just
I
knew
didn't mean
about
to, like, I didn't mean to like be rude or anything.
No,
I was
no,
like,
you're just very aggressive. So probably just watch how you approach
Anna.
people, because like that's like really aggressive.
yeah, so I didn't mean to
Yeah.
like...
No, but like just, I don't know, as an older, wiser person, probably just be careful about how you approach people.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I just, you know, sit back, then I'm going to be, you know, I'm just going to be picked off when as soon as I don't win. So I didn't mean, yeah, like I said, sometimes I just, just white line things.
Oh,
sometimes.
and you get so excited. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And like, I'm a competitive person.
Yeah.
And you're so excited and you're here in the game and you're winning individual immunities, but you just come off as a bit of a slog when you're that aggressive.
Of course, yeah.
No offense.
Oh, of course, no, I understand.
Yeah.
Where you
I'm
come
guessing
from.
this happened after I left.
No, over here at the water well earlier,
Oh.
when James like full just
I know if I was around
so
or not.
aggressive.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't mean to.
And that's why I looked at you when I pulled it out. I'm like, you're right.
Yeah.
Haley doesn't have it.
I didn't know what the flow effect was, but I was so
Yeah.
spooked.
No, of course.
Anyone wasn't
Yeah,
now.
like I said, it was nothing personal, but I do
No,
apologise.
yeah. No, that's fine. I apologise too. So.
So I stood up with my idol because I definitely knew from the start that I wanted to play it, and I actually didn't think that I would be voted out. I just thought that having an idol is it makes you seen as like a threat in this game.
By the way, don't let James walk all over you when you want to use your voice, because that does not sit well with me. So
for me, I don't want to be told what to do with it, and that was purely my decision, and I honestly felt pretty safe. Like, I didn't think I'll be targeted, but there was a vote my way, so I think it was definitely the right decision. Like, personally, I really want to get rid of the people who just talk over me all the time, because I'm really sick of it. So that's where my head's at, because that last thing before tribal was just constantly people yelling at me and telling me what to do, and I kept saying my idea, and they'd just be like, no.
Oh, like in strat chat?
Before, yeah, and then I was trying to talk to you, but I'm like, I didn't feel confident enough to like talk to you yet, because I don't really know you guys that well, because we just switched tribes. But I told you, I have no alliances to my old tribe, genuinely. I just want to like. So
you'd vote James?
100%. I don't want to be like shouted at and told I'm not like a little chess piece for his game. I want to play my own game, not his.
Because to me, that's what it comes across as.
Yeah, I know.
And that's no offense to you. No. That is just how.
I literally just spoke to Ma and Michael about voting them off next before I came here, and that's where my head's at. I think because I am like a quieter person, that people straight away assume that I'm willing to do like whatever they want, or that I'm like a little puppet for them to use or something. But I don't think people realise that I'm actually like quite intelligent and I have my own brain.
That's my biggest fear, that he's capable of winning a lot of challenges.
Every challenge.
And I think that as soon as he doesn't win one, we have to.
I'm a bit scared to like throw something out, but I also think him and Nick are really close too. So
Yes, they definitely. So when it comes to Nick,
you said you want to work with, where's your head at?
no, well, I've been working with Nick and stuff, but no, I'm open to. I don't. Well, okay. Say if James was to go, then I wouldn't cut Nick off the table automatically type thing.
But
if they're both staying, like if say for example if James won immunity and it meant taking Nick out to, I'd consider that.
So ultimately I actually have finally come up with what my plan is, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but I want to do it, is I really want to form a girls' alliance with basically all the girls, and I've spoken to Ma and she's on board.
I don't know if I trust Emma yet. Yeah, no. I feel like she needs to build that trust with us. So, I mean, of the options, because she said those 3 boards need to be broken up and all that, I think if she's happy to... Yeah, I agree with that. But of those 3, I would want it to be James. Yeah, he's orange. Yeah. We need... Well, I know. Yeah, I know. We're not already 6-3 for orange. 6 purple, 3 orange. He's a big fucking threat.
We want to start targeting the big guys like, you know, James and Nick and just anyone who poses like a really big threat and tends to like talk over other people, because I think it's unfair that just because they're loud they think they have more of a say than everyone else or something. Like, they're all really nice, but it's just getting on my nerves a bit.
So my personal opinion is we keep having physical challenges. I need that to happen because I'm never going to win immunity.
James definitely is scary because he's like...
He's
but
so fucking hard.
I think we need...
Most people would want James out. So maybe we can still keep our knives in our pockets and fight another day. It could be a good compromise.
He's a big threat. He's going to be playing hard. All he needs to do is win a few immunities because he's fast. He's strong. He can do puzzles. He can do it all. So
that's my biggest worry.
What I worry about is he's going to be going around and he's going to be looking for idols and everything. So it was not the best tribal council for me. I used an advantage. I, of course, would have loved to have had that in my pocket still, but I feel like it was becoming a heavy burden. Just do it. You can do it quickly.
Oh, that's really bad. The paintbrush is shit. Oh well.
Who's to say that if my name is brought up again, that they're not just going to be like, I voted Michael, let's just vote him again. So, yeah, I'm not feeling safe right now.
I definitely think we need to organise, like if one of us wins, we need to send, preferably me, because I haven't been.
Yeah.
Like one of us needs to go that ultimate sacrifice, and we need to choose somebody.
And I feel like if I win it, I'll happily choose you.
And then I'll choose mine.
I don't know if I can get rid of Nick just now, but he's definitely on my crosshairs. I think he knows he thinks he can beat me in the end, and to be honest, I think he might, just because people tend to just think if a dominant man goes to the end, they usually get the credit. Have you spoken to Juana?
No. Have you?
Honestly, she's kind of sick of the men, especially James. So we can use like we're women, so she might want to work with us.
I can't trust her.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Yeah, I can work.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you.
Man, just like tell us what you do.
Yeah.
So the question now is like, do I just let things happen? Let the river flow as it goes, and then once we get to 8, 7, do I go for it? Or do I turn around and swim against the current and, take control of this game?
Come on in.
I'm an E by the looks of it.
We've got Tribe E.
Come on
well
in,
done.
Tribe E.
Okay.
All right. Are you? How are you feeling after that tribal council? Like as a viewer, I guess that was really chaotic. So Sophie, you played an idol. There was about 10,000 different adventures are being played. How are you feeling after that? What was the vibe back at camp?
I literally felt like we were at an Oprah show. You have an idol, everybody gets an idol. It was actually really exciting, like it was stressful, but it was quite exciting, and I think strategically for people to play their idols at that time was probably a good call. I played mine, but I didn't get any votes, but that's cool because now I just don't have the stress of an idol as well.
Right, okay, so a lot of idols flush, so we'll see what happens with that.
There seems to be a theme as well of when you've got something equals threat, and people seem to be wanting to get rid of that threat.
Exactly, I would say so too. Well, are you ready to get to your next challenge?
Yes.
All right, so we are playing for immunity, so James will get the necklace back, please.
Also, I was never very good at playing with my toys because the metal pieces are broken.
Oh no! That's okay.
Just a strand.
Okay, thanks, James.
All right, thanks, James. So immunity back up for grabs.
This challenge is simple. Players will be given a bunch of dominoes and will have 7 minutes to build the highest tower possible. At the end of 7 minutes, the player with the highest tower will win immunity and is safe from the vote.
Survivors ready? Go!
All right, so James just checking the wind there with the grass. That was an interesting strategy. Maybe a waste of time, but there is 7 minutes, so maybe slow and steady does win the race with this one.
Mars having a look around, seeing what some of the other strategies might be.
All right, so different strategies here.
Mel's already quite high.
Mel is quite high already.
So is Nick over there.
And it's just stacking her dominoes. You might run out of dominoes with that strategy. Joe's building a stronger tower perhaps, but maybe not the highest tower if she runs out of dominoes.
And will the elements come into play here?
Dropped, yeah, so maybe a stronger tower would be the best option going forward. So Mal's strategy is the triangle strategy, I'm going to call it. So it looks quite strong. Will it be high enough though?
Each contestant has 41 blocks.
So yeah, they really have to manage the dominoes, don't they? So they won't really know how high they can get until they get to that stage.
Correct.
And are looking around at what everyone else has. So that's the hard part. So really no towers so far, like everyone's having to start over and over. I mean, just all finding the best strategy. Nick's sticking with his strategy of 2 and then 1 on top, so it hasn't worked so far, but persistence pays off usually, I think. So Ma going for a stronger structure this time as well, yep.
So far, Nick with the highest tower.
Anna really hasn't had anything this whole time, just a bunch of dominoes on the table.
Wind starting to pick up again. Is that going to change things?
So James checking the wind again. He's been very focused on where the wind is going and how that's going to affect his tower. So that strategy could pay off. So Nick's still got the highest tower.
Interesting strategy from Nick, but it seems to be paying off.
Anna just stacking again, which, you know, if there are no towers at the end of 7 minutes and that's the only one standing, that could be the winner. So Ma getting quite high now. It looks a little bit more structurally sound. So Joe's looks structurally sound as well, but will it be high enough?
Soph also doing a good job there. She's got quite a high tower now.
Joe's full again, Ma's
They
falls
fall
again.
over very easily.
They do. They're very light dominoes. It doesn't take much to knock them over.
That's right. Nick's still in the lead at the moment. A breath of wind could send that flying. Is he protected enough? Soph protecting herself from the wind.
Also, time management is a thing. When will this 7 minutes run out? How much time do you have? The players don't know. The time limit could run out at any moment and you could have nothing on your table. You've got to move, you've got to hustle. This is for immunity, a guaranteed spot in the final 8. After the last tribal council, a chaotic tribal council, anything could happen, so you've got to dig deep here. Malcolm taking a step back, admiring his work, hoping it's high enough to win the challenge.
Survivors, hands off your blocks. Please stand back from your table and don't touch the tables or the blocks.
All right,
Okay,
we're
should we
going
go
to
and
head
have a
over
look?
and yep.
Adjudicated Dan.
Nick wins immunity. All right, crazy challenge. Very hard with the win, wasn't it? But at the end, Nick with the win. Come on over and get your necklace,
Get
Nick.
the necklace.
All right.
I'm gonna need you to put that on there.
I will.
Oh, around that
You're
way.
very tall. Lucky I'm tall as well. Couldn't see what I was doing. Congratulations,
Well done,
Nick.
Nick. Good job.
Oh, that feels good.
An interesting tactic that I didn't think was going to work, but it paid off.
Yes, Nick, so individual immunity, you're safe from the vote, so you're guaranteed a spot in the final 8. For the rest of you, not safe, one of you going home at the next tribal council, so give you a bit of time to think about it and then we'll see you soon. Head on out.
Thanks, guys.
Oh my god, winning immunity feels amazing. This is exactly what I need right now. I'm going to kiss the skull. I don't know how many people have done that.
James is so physical threat. I want James.
Yeah, look, Nick winning is good because as long as James didn't win, that was our biggest priority. Joe,
Yep.
you'd be 100% on board
Oh,
for
getting
James.
James, yeah. We need to.
Sophie's
Because
100% on board for
if we
James.
keep getting, if there's more physical challenges coming, he's getting immunity every time. Right now, James is the biggest threat with the physical challenges. We've got endurance, he's got the speed. For the rest of the group, I feel like they're leaning that way.
I'm certainly not oblivious. I am expecting top votes. 100%.
And where would you like to go?
Well,
So I'm guessing you've thought of something.
yeah, here's the thing. Like, I think if, you could play a really big part here. You could try and get them to split the votes because it makes sense. It's 3-3, but then you join us to make it a, and we have a 4 here.
So what do you think? 3-3 which way? Like what are we trying? So you're thinking that so we'd be doing like you 3 would vote for somebody.
And then you get the other 5 of your tribe to split it 3-3, but instead of you vote with us. So it will be 4-3-2.
Far out. That was definitely not up my alley at all. As soon as it came out, I'm like, I didn't give myself much of a chance at all, and ultimately I just couldn't get any really momentum going.
People are probably going to see me as an easy vote, but think of this as an opportunity to keep me around as a shield.
I'm feeling at the stage where my only choice is to keep playing aggressive, to keep, keep being the orca I am at the top of the food chain. Except at the moment, I'm a bit of a lone wolf rather than the orca.
But yeah, just think of me as like a person, who can protect you in the game, like not just with the vote, but also in terms of, someone to hide behind.
Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't think I'm too heavy to carry.
I'm just going to be seen as a very, very easy vote, especially now that they can split the votes easy. So if I get voted, I will not be surprised at all.
Preferably, I'd like to get Michael out again, honestly.
He's a very smart player.
He is, and he's very social, where, I'm like a person that can be used as a shield, where Michael, he's very much like integrated with a lot of people.
That's true, yeah.
It looks like I've got something really personal against James. I just don't appreciate the way he plays the game. So, I think my game and everybody else's game would probably be better off without James here.
And, yes, I know we probably haven't had the best start.
Yeah.
But, I think that
just comes from we play the game in a different style.
Of course, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody has their own style.
If everybody sticks to their word and it's a pretty simple vote, hopefully we're going to get James this vote because he just has to go. I think we've got a better chance of working with Michael going forward than James. And because at the moment,
this is why I'm obsessed
at
with
the
you.
moment they are the two names.
This is why I'm
James just
obsessed
came and
with
played
you.
hard at me. He's like, well, if I can get you on an alliance, it'll be Michael because he's such a
I love that we
social
think the
player.
same. I'm completely on the same page as you right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
we are
I'm
saying,
just.
we
Yeah.
are 100%.
Me too.
Are you actually
yeah,
though?
I'll prove my
Because
words.
Who's James
he
trying to get
full
in on?
thinks he just
He
came and
wants
had a
to
chat
split
with
the
me,
vote.
and he's like, so if you come with me, Anna and Mel,
Yeah, that's what he thinks. It's not.
Who's this plate for him?
He hasn't said names yet. I think he wants to go back on Michael again.
That's who he told me.
And who?
That's all I've heard. I haven't heard the other names. Genuinely, that's all. And now they're arguing about who's with them.
So that's what we're talking about. We think I can work with Michael, I think, more than I can work with
Me
James.
too. And I honestly
Malcolm.
feel that. I'm being genuine. It's just now. Yeah, it's just making sure they don't have any advantages or.
I don't know if there are any more advantages.
Obviously, I would have liked to win, but my tower was about 1 block high, so I knew I didn't have a chance from the start. But I'm okay with how it went because James didn't win, and I really want to vote him out.
The only thing is if he looks for an idol.
Yeah.
So because he thinks you're tight with him, do you just stay with him? So if he finds an idol,
Yeah, I think he would tell me. He would definitely tell me. I don't know.
Maybe could we? Who do you think he would?
Should I give him a name? Should I just be like, yeah, I'll work with you for the split?
Who's
Like,
this?
yeah, should I tell him I'm working with him? James.
James, yeah, I would. Should this just say
Split,
Michael?
just
Do
agree
you say
with
Michael?
it. Yeah, I'll just. Has anyone talked to Michael?
We have. We just need to make sure Michael knows that we're not actually working.
Does he
with
know
him.
that his name's gonna be?
He does.
So I'll just, because I'm just worried that if I talk, people say that I'm talking to James when I'm just doing it as like fake. That's fine.
No.
Yes.
I will have your back on
understand,
that. I will have your back on that.
Yeah. Spoken to a lot of the girls, and they've agreed to do a girls' alliance that will give us a majority throughout, like merge, hopefully. So we're just all going to stick together and hopefully vote the guys out.
I honestly, if you go with us this time, I think I love the girl thing. I think Mel, you and me, Mel.
Yeah.
I think Sophie
Can
could
you-
come. I think the time is approaching to make a move, and I think I have the tools necessary. When you said like I'm sick of, when Jay was telling to tell you how to use your idol, I almost slapped him.
I know, I'm so sick of that.
Yeah,
I know. It's getting on my nerves. And I was never, I never had, I wasn't on tight with him start. I was just always voting for what made sense at the time.
And the thing is, as women, we shouldn't be scared.
Exactly.
We should be ballsy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Give
We
a
have
shit.
just as much right as them
Yeah.
to do what we want, and we shouldn't be influenced.
Yeah, because they do stuff, and then we're supposed to be okay, well.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Nick didn't tell us about his idol, and we're oh, okay, so whatever.
Yeah, we need
I
to
would love you.
Yeah, that's not how it should work.
Like,
Some of the girls have been mentioning to me there's, the 3 other guys are, alpha males, and some of them like to sort of tell people what to do, and obviously they don't like being told what to do. No one ever likes being told what to do.
I think I'm hearing James's name,
What are your thoughts on that?
and that's it. That's all I'm hearing.
Yeah.
My thoughts are, what's the other plan? Because there's never just one plan.
That's all I've heard.
I found a legacy idol at my last challenge, I really felt like I needed immunity this time round because I didn't tell anyone about that legacy idol. My plan was to hold on to it until the final 5 and then maybe use it if I had to.
Okay, we're not sure if Nick and James are like this, right?
So we can't tell Nick about the James plan.
Yes. So, what we're suggesting, given how many votes you got last time, let's make James and Nick think the vote is for you, if you're happy with that.
I mean, obviously never happy to have my name thrown out, but if it means that he's not...
James, do you know what I mean? The only reason we sort of thought that is because there was votes.
Are we doing them all on...
Pretty much all on James.
Yeah. Don't think that we're comfortable enough to split it all.
I don't know who would you split with.
I don't know. You know, you're hearing things from people that have voted you last tribal council, so it's like you know, you take what they say with a grain of salt and you're not too sure if you can really trust what they say. I guess we'll find out when we hit tribal council.
It was very expendable.
And I don't like that. And like, so the plan is changed, but the thing is, he's got an idol. There are idols out here. Yeah, no, it's all good.
I'm sick of being told who the decoy is. I trust Michael. Why would...
You know, I know, it was just a thing to... Well, what do we say? Like, how do you say it then? Like, do you flat out go, we're voting for you? Like...
No, I know. Who do you think, who do you in your mind think is running things?
Michael is a different kind of trust because it's someone I trust with strategy. I can talk freely and I know he won't judge, and I think we're on the same page.
It'd be Malcolm and Nick.
Why not
Those
them?
two worried.
Why not them then, as the decoy?
I think 100% the girls are going to come together. I think we're going to try and get a few of the guys.
Because I'm 100% on voting James out.
Yeah, I just worry that he's potentially going to... Because, I mean, there were 4 or 5 idols that were played then.
Yep.
Something is in play. Something will be. 100%.
Yep.
And I worry that if he plays it and I'm the decoy, I'm gone. Like, I mean, I said that to Joe. So I'm like, of course I'm on board with voting James. Is there someone else that, like, if everyone seems to be on board with it, like, how many is Nick on board with voting James?
I don't think that James will find an idol in the space of time from here to there. Like, obviously there'll probably be one thrown back in the game. I'd be surprised if there wasn't.
Are his oranges happy to go for James or not really?
Oh, Anna's on board for James.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Mel's on board for James.
Okay, well, because then what we could potentially do is, like, if they're on board for James, then have maybe 2 of us vote someone else, like vote Mel or Anna. So then it's like just maybe 6 for James, 2 for Mel or Anna, and then 1 for me or whoever James votes for.
Yeah. I think that ultimately Nick, Sophie, Mara and I, who were a big 4, we're going to fall apart. We've started to fall apart, reality. And so we're going to need to pick up some others along the way. So Nick's obviously gone for James, so this vote is about weakening Nick. If they wanted to weaken me, take out Anna.
If you want to do some damage, like, let me know. People are looking at me and James and kind of like, you know, oh, these guys are going to work together and all that. I'm entertaining the idea. You know what? Joe's going to make the end of the game. Pretty confident. Yeah. Because I don't think, you know, she's come in with the whole, you know, like, I've never seen Survivor before, that's the thing. And I think she doesn't pose much of that visible threat. Yeah. Whereas I think she actually is. It's got to be Joe for me. And I think, like, I just get a sus vibe. Like, she was, you know, pitching against me in that first vote, like way back when Grace went. Honestly, I'm quite worried about Joe. So yeah, you putting Soph and Joe's names out, like it wasn't, you know, terrible to me. I do like Soph. Yeah. I'm going to start telling people, you know, hey, look, she's come in, she doesn't know anything about Survivor. Wouldn't it be an amazing story if she made it to the end? Like, she'll beat any of us. James and Michael split.
Is that what you prefer?
Well, he suggested Michael or Joe.
Obviously, he's not going to suggest himself.
No, of course. But yeah, he's thinking Michael or Joe. The way I see it, there's me, Soph and Ma, like, we're tied as, no one can break us. And then you've got Michael as a 4th, and you got Malcolm as a 4th, and then you got just Joe's kind of like a little bit loose, in my mind at least.
Nick said to me, Joe, because she's going to be someone that just scrapes through to the end.
Joe is with
The one with the
purple
different
hat or the bubblegum jumper?
bubblegum jumper.
Okay, Joe. Okay, yeah.
And I texted Michael. I said, "That's kind of what I'm hearing. Maybe we get Nick on board."
I think after the last tribal council, I think I am still okay. But who knows with this game? It's crazy.
Still going, Michael? Is that the thing?
Do you want to go, Joe?
Joe?
Because, you know, Nick was like, she's just going to skate through the end of the game, and that's one less spot for all of us.
I'd still have to get Michael out. At the same time, though, even though he's a big threat, maybe I could try and appeal to him. You know, us sort of big threats need to stick together, but I think he's just very well socially integrated.
It's not if I go, then you're going to be like...
Oh, I know that I'm, very soon out the door after you. If that's how things go.
If I'm going, I'd rather you be up front with me if I'm going.
Your name is out there, you're in trouble, and I'm in trouble too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, all I can ask is that you don't vote for me. I mean, obviously, it's up to your own volition. You can do what you want.
I'm going to start planting those seeds. You can call me a bit of a gardener, if you will. And let's see what sprouts.
Like I said, like Nick is like, oh, well, you know, Joe's going to be coming in and like just cruise to the end of the game.
And I mean, she will. Yeah. I mean, like, we know the types of people that are,
Exactly. Why we could do that. Maybe we can bring Nick in.
Well, what's Nick? Where's his head's at?
He was like, he told me, he obviously said something to you on the trouble, but he was like, he wouldn't be upset with you, Joe.
If it was Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really happy for Nick to win it. And to be honest, probably a good thing he did win it because some whispers are starting now about his name. So there's whispers that Nick and James are working really tightly together, which Nick and I have been pretty solid since day one, so I want to have a chat to him about that.
I think also what he likes to do is he likes to try and get in people's heads.
Yeah.
And freak them out.
And you, honestly, Nick, I cannot stress this enough. Yeah. He's going to fuck your game.
Oh, 100%.
Exactly.
He is going
I
to
know.
fuck your game. If he knows that he'll be on the chopping block, he'll probably be idol hunting, which we can't really rule anything out. Hey.
Hey.
How are you? You can tell us how you feel.
Yeah, like, it's obviously not ideal.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the paranoia and everything is so real in the game, and it's...
I wouldn't say I'm paranoid, I'm saying I'm just expecting it.
Yeah, okay.
My tactic from now is essentially just to cause as much chaos as I can, make as much noise as I can, and I just hope that something sticks.
What's the other name?
He's been saying Joe, just because he's like, oh, come with me and the girls and all. I'm like, the ones that he likes.
So then did the three of us put his name? Or put somebody else's name? Quick.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Hopefully the cream will rise to the top, but whether that's the top of the vote count, we'll see what happens.
Bad boy will cause a bit of chaos when it comes to tribal. Don't need to give him a good look, just a quick look.
Come on in.
Welcome back to Tribal Council.
And we will now bring in the first member of our jury.
Looking dapper.
Wow! Good. Imagine what Grace would have done.
He had his calm moment.
I love it.
John relaxing over there.
So I talked about last Tribal Council jury phase starting. Is it going to get hard voting people out and potentially having bitter jury members? I'm not saying John is a bitter jury member, but it gets to this stage you have to vote people out in a certain way, don't you? So how do you manage that?
Yeah, so I mean, the way I see it, and I'm playing with a lot of very good Survivor players, you just need to remember when you're putting your votes out there, you just need to remember the relationships that you've built, people that you've burnt, things like that, because at the end of the day, that jury are the people that are going to decide who the ultimate survivor is, so people just need to obviously put that in the back of their mind as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got Nick, who won immunity, so congratulations. You're safe in the Travel Council.
Thank you very much.
So Nick, what does the necklace do for you when you're going back to camp and you're strategizing? Does that give you a bit more freedom to move around? Does it give you a bit more freedom to maybe make bigger moves?
You know what it does? It gives me a big weight that I have around my neck. Oh, it's really heavy. No, what it does is it gives me comfort, like especially seeing that last tribal. Oh my God, that war that we've been predicting, it's happening, and to have this incredible shield is yeah, it's like gold. So yeah, I felt I could go around to conversations and not worry so much if people were actually like putting my name out, because they can't. So yeah, it was good.
Ma, I'm interested, we never really talked about the fact that you got time with Connor, an alumni of Survivor a few episodes ago. And I'm just interested if you have taken any of his advice, or if that's got you any further in the game, if that's helped you at all, and what your thoughts are on that.
Oh, definitely what Connor said was got my mind going. I think he was very, I'll share his advice. It was like, make a decision and commit to it kind of thing, you know,
And do you think you've done that?
Yeah, I think stop second guessing, like those relationships that you feel tight, like the one that your gut says that it's like you go to tribal after tribal after tribal, and the people who keep reiterating with, it's like yeah. I mean, last tribal, I think I don't even brought a knife to a gunfight. I brought nothing, like, and I still felt like the people that I've been working with had my back. So even though I came here with nothing, I was there just sitting there hoping, like, you know, I wouldn't get a bullet ricochet on me. I really think that's what you have to do. Just commit to those people and move forward.
So Michael, perhaps the biggest weapon in this game is the bonds that you make along the way. So do you think that is what you've been focusing on particularly, and do you think that will help get you to the end?
Yes, I think, like, not only myself, I think we've all been trying to focus on building those bonds and those connections. I mean, as soon as we leave the challenge, we're all talking to each other. You know, we're not out, you know, individually looking for idols. For the most part, it's, you know, like connecting with other people, and you're trying to build those connections. And I mean, we'll see how far it takes me. I mean, yeah, I'm taking it one vote at a time. I'm not thinking of the end right yet now.
Right, of course. And James, let's talk about that last tribal council, because it was mentioned that you having individual immunity through arranging people's plans. So does that mean you could be the vote this time if you don't have the necklace?
100%. Like, I know I'm receiving votes. But, you know, people have to remember, like, people see me as a threat. I mean, if you see me as a threat, there's other people that are threats in this tribe. And I'm going to be utilised as that shield. I'm only 75 kilos, I'm not that heavy. So, you know, you can carry me. Because if I don't win individual immunity again, then essentially I can be an easy target, like, right there. Rather than someone who can just easily go through, get to the end, easy, and take one of your spots. So I'm fully expecting to be a target tonight, but I'm certainly not going quietly, you know, with this. So I'm playing that tonight. I'm safe.
What is it?
It's a sock.
It's not a sock.
Show us. Okay. Oh, it's a face washer, sorry.
It's not actually.
Do you want to show us what's inside?
Huh?
Show us what's inside.
I'll show you when I play it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm fully expecting to receive votes. I'm playing that. So you can put your vote on me if you want, but the person who I told everyone who I was voting, I'm not voting for that person. So, you know, it could be someone else here if you're all putting your votes on me.
Okay.
So Malcolm, perhaps if James has been pegged as an immunity threat, just a threat generally in this game, is he someone that potentially you could use as a shield going forward? Is that something that you think people have been looking at?
100%, I've definitely been spoken to about that. This has got no indication of where I'm going, but I can't lift 75 kilos. I don't know about everybody else, that's a lot of weight for me. Yeah, look, James triggered off an insane chain reaction that it was a pleasure to miss, and an unfortunate one to miss. But James plays and he's playing hard, and I give him full credit for that. And if he gets through tonight, then he's 100% in a good spot. And if he doesn't get through, well, then that happens. Like, we play the game.
But sorry, before you say that, that is also a funny thing. Like, if I do get through tonight, down the track, I'm also going to be a target for then someone else to be able to drag the people from the bottom to then get rid of me then. So, you know, while yes, I'm a target now, I'm also a target down the track for that matter, for a majority to turn on me, but if I do end up there tonight.
This seems to, Anna, maybe come back to the theme of targets and having targets on your back because of certain things. I mean, there's lots of different elements to the game and different things that can make you a target. Anna, what's the vote going to be for you tonight? How are you going to place your vote? How have you decided?
I'm going to be voting based on what I believe is best for myself moving forward. I think that's the way you always have to vote, if people agree with you in that path, and I think in this instance they do. And yeah, because I'm looking forward to hopefully working with people, yeah.
Yeah, so you've obviously got a group of people that you think you're voting with?
I do, and I hope that's the truth, what I've been told, because, you know, I'm always like, you never know 100%. Like, I'm never going to say, like, you know, that's definitely the plan, but that's the plan that I'm sticking with, yeah.
And Mel, is this a case of just trying to get through each vote, or are people starting to think long term? Because to me, it looks like people are just thinking very short term. Do you think you can start looking long term now, or is it too early to do that?
I don't think it's too early, but I don't think that you can think to the finals. I think you can definitely think now and a few steps ahead. Maybe others can think a little bit longer, but they've got more established relationships. So, yeah, it's definitely possible that moving 1 or 2 steps.
And Nick, I just wanted to ask you, if James does go to tribal council, obviously hypothetically, does that make you the next biggest threat in the game? Because you've won individual immunity.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a terrible move to ever vote based on challenge performance, because you know, okay, obviously someone like James or maybe myself is going to be a threat in the first instance. But if you mess up a challenge, like, you know, and you're a target, like that's when people are going to jump on you. So I just think challenge shouldn't play a role in it.
So, about that as well. So people saying that challenge, well, Nick saying that challenge shouldn't matter about it. But the reason that people actually brought my name up, well, apart from yes playing a little bit aggressively, is because of the challenges. So if it really isn't about challenge lines, then why wouldn't you keep me as a number? You know. So if it isn't about challenge, well, if it is about challenges, then, you know, that would certainly be a shame. But I'm not going to be winning every single immunity challenge here, and you know, so that's certainly something to factor.
So I think we should get to the vote. All right, so you're up first.
Purely because I've heard that certain people that have been very vocal tonight have my name written down. So I'm just trying to get the numbers back in my favour.
I'm going to be voting for James. I hope that it's just a straightforward vote, but we'll see.
So James is telling us he's got an idol that he wants to think he has, and then he's telling us that he's going to vote for Joe. I don't care which one of them goes. For old time's sake, Michael!
What? James. Seriously.
Hope you spelt it right this time.
All right, we'll go count the votes. All right, if anyone does have an idol they would like to play, now would be the time to do so.
I should save myself the embarrassment.
Hey. What was it? Nothing.
A bandage or a sock or something.
All right, we'll get to the vote. All right, first vote. James. Second vote. Malcolm. 1 vote James, 1 vote Malcolm. Third vote. Joe. Fourth vote. Sophie. So we've got 1 vote James, 1 vote Malcolm, 1 vote Joe, 1 vote Soph. Anna. Anna. So 1 vote James, 1 vote Malcolm, 1 vote Joe, 1 vote Soph, 2 votes Anna. James. James. 3 votes James, 2 votes Anna, 1 vote Malcolm, 1 vote Soph, 1 vote Joe. James. 8th person voted out, 2nd member of the jury, James.
James, the tribe has spoken.
Thank you. Thanks, James. Good game.
So you've all voted out who you perceived to be the biggest threat this round, but the question is, will it be you next time? You can head on out.
Oh, yeah, it's always it's always devastating to go out, you know, before you reach the end of the game. But yeah, it's something I fully expected. But you know, I'm still an Orca baby. Yeah, I definitely feel like I put everything in. I wasn't afraid to play hard from the get-go. So I would like to see Mel and Anna make it to the end, but realistically, I don't think they will.
Voting for this person because I told him he was my number one, and he didn't have my back multiple times.
I'd love to see Malcolm, and then I feel like he's calm. He's not afraid to pull a sneak if he needs to. I'd like to see him out then. But in terms of who I think will win, I definitely feel Mars playing a really good game, and she could potentially be a bit of a dark horse.
James, this is just me setting the table for the rest of the game. Bye.
The whole journey to survive Canberra, I've been pretty thankful for the experience, and kind of in a way, kind of get to live out that sort of fantasy per se. But yeah, like I came in just wanted to put everything into it and play aggressive. And hey, if that worked out for me, great. If it didn't, then hey, so be it.